Hi, I hope you're well, and I'm doing okay today. I um, I figured it's a good day to make a video. I made one a couple days ago, and hopefully you got something out of it. I definitely did. When I do talk, it helps to, I guess, vent or let some steam out. So I'm glad I did do it. I'm I'm not sure how many people are actually gonna see this or saw that one, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just, like I said, trying to reach one person, help one person at least. But the point of my video today is just to kind of tell you a little bit about what I was saying in my last video about um, the gumballs, what create the big memories that have an impact um, on your well-being, on your mental state. And the first thing I wanted to tell you about today, I'm so today. I feel sort of emotional. I feel somewhat anxious, and so I figured that this is the time to record it. So I go to my doctor in a couple days, and usually before I go to the doctor or the day of, I think of a list because I'm have OCD. I want to make sure to tell them about the things that are bothering me or affecting me. Um, I don't know. I guess I play doctor, and I think that if I can knock out these certain things when I talk to him, it's going to fix the problem. But he's ultimately the one who knows what he's doing and has the right course of action. So it doesn't always work out the way I think it is. Almost most of the time it doesn't. So yeah. So today like I said, I have some emotions going through my head and feeling anxiety. So of course, I have medication that I have to take, and it it has its negatives. So um, I have to deal with that. But the thing about it is you don't know what it is that's making you feel this way. You don't know exactly what's triggering you, because sometimes you just wake up this way. Sometimes um, you change through the day. And so I'm just trying to clarify that and make that known to other people, to the people who feel the same. So, so having said that, I had, I guess, one of the big things that I guess I call a gumball in my mind is having PTSD and post-traumatic stress disorder. That's something that's happened in the past that sticks with me. And keep it short, I was working for the sheriff's department for the county, and people I work with, people I know, they definitely saw things in me happening, changes happening, and that that was part of it showing through. But truth of the matter is, it didn't really show through. My family saw it. They didn't quite understand it, but I would get angry. I would be irritable. I would come home in this weird state of mind, and I didn't know how to handle it. And like I said in my last video, I've been dealing with this probably like 15 years. It's not, it didn't just start out 15 years ago. It started with little things. I had, like I said, I've always had OCD, and that's kind of played into it. making things a little difficult to focus because I have to kind of do things in repetition or make sure that I do them correctly or the best of my ability. So it takes a lot longer to do things, and I want to make sure I do it perfectly. So that's a problem that I've always dealt with. But the just focusing on that and then the PTSD, like I said, working at the sheriff department, you see a lot of things, you deal with a lot of things, and I worked hand in hand with other people, other sheriff employees, but I also um, worked very closely with inmates, prisoners who did small things who did serious things, and I was in charge of medication, giving them medication, delivering medication to their departments. So I would be in contact, I would see them, and so my doctor definitely saw the connection, but me personally, it just stuck to me. It made one of those big gumballs that um, just occupies my mind a lot. And I don't know it when it happens, and it just, like I said, it's something that I have to let out as time goes by. But working there was just, it wasn't the fact that you're, first of all, in prison with prisoners and you're talking to them and you're dealing with drugs and dealing with people coming in um, that are rowdy, or sometimes they seem docile and they seem okay, but then they do get rowdy or they do change, and they scare you or they throw you off guard, and so you have to put on this face, and sometimes it was hard to take that off, and it was hard to let it go and get out of that. And some people might say, even some of the people I know or work with or friends I've had from there, they might think that it's not a big deal or think that it wasn't um, as affecting to them as it was to me. But I was to the point where my doctor was taking me off of work. I was developing shingles. I was developing vertigo and anxiety and all sorts of things just from the job, not only from the prisoners, but from other co-workers and, your seniors, them ultimately being the ones who are causing the problem or adding to it, because they're giving you an order, you're following the order, and it's conflicting in your head, but it's still you have a soul, you have feelings, you have emotions, and your brain tells you to don't do something or something's wrong, and ultimately, regardless, you have to go with what your seniors say. So I know this video's gone a little longer, and it didn't really, I don't know, explain a whole lot, but I'm just trying to point out that there's a lot of factors involved that create you or mold you into who you are, and sometimes you're molded into something you didn't choose to be molded into, and you had intentions of following a certain path to becoming who you wanted to be, or goals you had in mind, but you just couldn't achieve them because of these things that you have to come into hurdles you have to jump over or deal with. So I just want to leave it at that. I know, like I said, it didn't explain a whole lot, but it's just how I'm feeling right now. I'm just having one of those days where I'm not totally bad. I'm not totally eaten up by what's in my head, but it's definitely having an effect on me, and I'm feeling emotional. And I have to keep busy. I have to do something. So I'm documenting it and sharing it with somebody. So any questions or concerns or anything, you definitely let me know. But yeah, I look forward to sharing more, and hopefully you'll be there to listen. And I thank you for your time, and everybody stay well, and just one day at a time, just keep trying.